Putin's number 2 has just predicted that Elon Musk will become the president of the United States of America. Elon replied to this thread from Putin's number 2, Dmitry Medvedev, and he said it's an epic thread. So when Elon says it's epic, I have to see it. So let's dive in and see what kind of predictions we will see in here. In Russia, Dmitry is a big deal. Just take a look at his resume. He was a president of Russia. Now, he was really just a puppet president. He was preceded by Vladimir Putin and then succeeded also by Vladimir Putin. And he is certainly, for sure, 100% very trusted by the Russian president, Vladimir Putin. On the New Year's Eve, everybody's into making predictions. Many come up with futuristic hypotheses as if competing to single out the wildest and even the most absurd ones. Here's our humble contribution. I feel this is going to be a lot of fun. Russians don't say humble. I live in Canada now, but I was born in Europe, in one of the Baltic states, and over there, people are not particularly fond of Russia, probably because these Baltic states were occupied by the Soviet Union, which is basically Russia, and yeah, the Soviets just slaughtered, or not slaughtered, actually not. They just sent people to heaven. Although I'm not sure about that because religion was banned, so I don't know where they sent them, but they sent them somewhere. I have many friends back in Europe whose families were sent to Siberia using force against their will. Luckily, my family has been poor in the last few generations, so they stayed. They didn't have to be forced out. He says that oil price will rise to $150 a barrel. Okay, so that would be what, about double from where we are right now, and you know, a little bit higher than the highest point that we had in the last 12 months, but not too much higher. I guess not an unreasonable prediction. Certainly could become true, perhaps. Number 2, the UK will rejoin the European Union. Oh, that one is about as likely as Gordon Johnson buying Tesla stock. Not happening. Number 3, the EU will collapse after the UK's return. Euro will drop out of use as the former EU currency. Number 4, Poland and Hungary will occupy western regions of the formerly existing Ukraine. Wow. This is going to be one of those really epic threads, huh? Number 5, the Fourth Reich will be created encompassing the territory of Germany and its satellites, for example, Poland, the Baltic states, Czechia, Slovakia, and Kiev Republic, and other outcasts. I am starting to see why Elon called this thread epic. Conflict will break out between France and the Fourth Reich. Europe will be divided, Poland repartitioned in the process, like it has been many times through history. Number 7, Northern Ireland will separate from the UK and join the Republic of Ireland. And now we are talking about the United States of America. Civil war will break out in the US, California, and Texas becoming independent states as a result. Texas and Mexico will form an allied state. Elon Musk will win the presidential election in a number of states, which after the new civil wars end, will have been given to the GOP. Is this why Elon bought Twitter, and is this how Tesla shareholders are going to benefit from Twitter by making Elon the president? There has to be, if Elon is right and we are in a simulation, you know there has to be at least one simulation in which this actually happens. Number 9. All the largest stock markets and financial activity will leave the US and Europe and move to Asia. He means China. I live in Vancouver. Like every other person here is from China. At least almost that's how it feels like. And all of them are rich. And you know what? People are fleeing China like you would not believe. They are taking all of their money from China, as much as they can take of that money, and they are fleeing China as fast as they can, and they are dumping the money over here. They don't want to keep their money in China. You might want to think why. Maybe a video for another day, but everyone's fleeing China. They're not going there. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone who has money and who is capable to leave, and everyone who speaks English, basically. Number 10, the Bretton Woods system of monetary management will collapse, leading to the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and World Bank crash. Euro and dollar will stop circulating as the global reserve currencies. Digital fiat currencies will be actively used instead. This was certainly epic, although epic in a different way than how I first interpreted it. To all the keyboard warriors who can't tell that Elon is trolling, y'all need to go outside and breathe some fresh air. This is pretty good. Pretty good. And for anyone who still thinks that Elon might actually thought these are realistic, he said, those are definitely the most absurd predictions I have ever heard, while also showing astonishing lack of awareness of the progress of artificial intelligence and sustainable energy. And now it is time for me to make my prediction. I predict, and I strongly believe in this, and I'm pretty sure I will be right, that this thread will age about as well as some Russian women. Not all Russian women age like that, but I have heard the rumors. And this here is a mind-blowing post. Just think about where Tesla is going to be 20 years from now, where the world is going to be 20 years from now. To maybe have some insight into that, we just need to look at things that didn't exist on Christmas 20 years ago. Look at that list. Wow. Google Maps. Oh, how did people drive without Google Maps? And these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.